Hello, everyone. So today I am going to do a review over the two movies that we have seen so far. Me and my girlfriend, Angela. And, yeah. So first is the Batman movie, and the second one is Uncharted. So if you guys don't want any spoilers over these movies, don't watch this video before you go to watch those movies. But anyway, going right into it. First, the Batman movie. I'm going to give it 5 out of 10. I know a buddy of mine, Michael Cantu, he's a huge Batman fan, and I'm not doing this to get at him, even though I kind of poke at him every now and then. But it's all in fun. I like Batman myself. Anyway, reason why I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. And by the way, I think I'm being generous in that. First off, I really like the costumes. I like the cast that they picked out. I thought Batman was actually believable as far as who was playing him, which I was very surprised about. I thought I'd critique that too, but actually I was very surprised. I think he played it better than I thought he would. And then the costumes, I like the Batman costume. I like the Catwoman costume. I liked how they did Gotham City. But here's the things I didn't like. First off, in the very beginning of the film, where do I begin here? Okay, first off, in the very beginning of the film, you've got Batman narrating the film. I like this. I like this a lot. My first thought was, okay, so basically Bruce Wayne's going to be telling us the story all the way through. This is going to give us a whole new perspective on Batman that hasn't been done in films before, that I'm aware of. We're basically going to get, instead of like a second point of view, we're going to get a first point of view. We're going to get Batman's point of view of what's going on. That did not happen, even though I think that would have been a really good film. That did not happen. He narrates the beginning, and he comes back and narrates at the end. That's it. That's all we get of a narration of Bruce Wayne. And then when we get into it, they're telling, of course, when he's narrating, he says, everybody fears Batman. That is a lie. Probably because the story is poorly written. So whoever wrote this should be fired. Okay? They should never be allowed to do another Batman movie ever again. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, it was poorly written. It was a lie from the very beginning. Nobody was afraid of Batman. The teenagers in the very beginning of the movie till the villain at the very end, the big boss, the Riddler, nobody was afraid of Batman. Nobody. Even the police officers are not afraid of Batman. They're insulting him, and threatening to beat him up. There is nothing there that suggests that anybody's afraid of Batman. Okay? Nothing at all. Then you get in, like I said, you get into it. You've got a guy that is robbing a convenience store. He's walking out with money. He looks up and he sees the Batman, light, the signal that suggests that Batman's close by or that they're signaling him for help. So, of course, he's panicking and he runs away. Batman is not seen in this part at all. Why? Because Batman is busy, right? He's tracking down teenagers that have clown makeup on, getting clown makeup on. And so you're like, okay, well, maybe they're part of Joker's crew. Maybe Joker's going to come in later on, maybe to build up another movie. Not so much. Maybe at the end. I don't want to give too much away, but for the basic part of the movie, no, we don't see the teenagers anymore after this. Batman just basically comes in and beats the crap out of them. Well, they shoot him first, and then once they shoot him, then he beats the crap out of them. Of course, the bullet never pierces through the uniform. But yeah, he basically gets shot and then he beats the crap out of him. Which, bravo, Batman, you just beat up a bunch of teenagers. But yeah, and like I said, teenagers didn't do a thing yet, except for put on clown makeup. That's all they've done so far, which suggests that, yes, they are in a gang. But again, they have done nothing crime-wise up to this point until they start attacking an elderly guy. But Batman's been trailing them this entire time. They've done nothing yet up to this point. An elderly guy that was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, is confronted by them, and now Batman shows up. So you got a guy who's actually committing a crime. He's just dead. He walks away, and Batman's nowhere to be seen. These teenagers haven't done anything yet, and Batman's tailing them, waiting for them to do something. Okay, bravo for you guys, bravo. That made no sense at all either. What else? It was a good detective story. That part was good. The detective part of the film was good. But like I said, everything else is just terrible. Terrible writing, guys. Terrible writing. So, like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. I don't want to get too much spoilers away. In case you all haven't seen it yet and you're just looking at me for a review before you go to watch it. But yeah, terrible, terrible, terrible writing. I give it a 5 out of 10. I think that Batman fans, DC fans deserve better. They've deserved better for a while now. I'm happy with where the Marvel movies are at for the most part. There's a few that I wish were a little bit better, but for the most part, Marvel is doing us Marvel fans justice, I think. But then you get to, like I said, then you get to this, and it's like, come on, guys, what are you doing? Like, DC fans deserve better. They really do. Then going into Uncharted. Uncharted is the next movie. It kind of reminded me a lot of Indiana Jones type of movie. So if you really like Indiana Jones, you'll probably like Uncharted. Now, keep in mind, I have never played the video game Uncharted, so I'm not biased there. I've never played the game. I've always been meaning to, but I've never had an up-to-date system enough to play it. I'm still old school. I play the 360, Xbox 360. And the PS2. So that's where I'm at right now. I think Uncharted was on the PS3. So I'm still behind on all that. So I apologize to anybody that's a big gamer and said, like, well, you should have played the game before you watched the movie. I went just because it looked like it was an adventurous film. I thought I might look kind of like this. And from what I can tell, my sister played it a few times when I was around, so it kind of had a little bit of that feel to it from what I could see from when she played it, but like I said, I've never played it myself. But yeah, it had a lot of Indiana Jones feel into it. A couple twists. One thing I thought was kind of a bad note is, okay, at the very beginning, they have the airplane falling out scene, which you've probably seen the previews every time you've seen the film come up on commercials, where there's that airplane film where he's falling out of the airplane. The very beginning of the movie, they open it up with that scene. And then, of course, they take you back to the backstory, and they get back into that point later on in the film. So, to me, that scene, which is a really great scene in the movie, is overplayed time and time again. They overplay it you've already seen it in the trailers time and time and time again. Now they're showing you at the beginning of the film, and then they're going to show you again halfway into the movie. This is what's happening. So you're like, okay, I get this. This is in the movie. I get it. I know it's a highlight. But you guys keep pounding me with it. So now it's kind of lost its muster. what was supposed to be the it scene is now lost its enthusiasm, and now when you finally get to it in the middle of the movie, it's to the point where I care, but I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, I'm still supposed to watch because they're adding new stuff to that scene now that I didn't see before, but still I'm kind of losing interest because I've already seen this. You know, like bring me back. Other than that, characters were really good as far as I could tell. Like I said, I don't know if they followed the game thing, with Uncharted. I don't know if they stuck to the storyline of Uncharted, the game. But as far as a film goes, I thought the characters were really good. They were believable. I thought to myself time and time again that I wish the last Indiana Jones would have done somewhat of what this film did. I mean, it's not top notch. By the way, just so you know, it does remind me a lot of Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones is still a better film. I am not gonna. I'm not gonna compare the two films. You know, Indiana Jones is a classic. This was a blockbuster. So keep that in mind too. I mean, it has that feel to it. It does. So if you are into that, there is that feel into it. But Indiana Jones is better. I would definitely watch Indiana Jones over Uncharted any day of the week. But yeah, that kind of gives you guys an overall feel. I would give Uncharted probably a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's good for what it is. It is because it is a blockbuster movie. So for it being a blockbuster movie, it's fairly good. Plus, you get pirate ships in it. So if you like pirate ships, they're not really pirate ships, but they're from that era. So if you like, you like the old adventurous, it's right in your ballpark. I mean, we're combining Indiana Jones with the Goonies. Is kind of what they're doing in this. And by the way, the Goonies is a better movie too. So, but I'm just saying that's kind of taking it. But yeah, all in all, I can't say I was too disappointed in it. I might watch it again, someday in the future. So I would give it a 6 out of 10. Batman, like I said, I give it a 5. I don't know if I'd watch it again. Maybe, maybe not. I know they're trying to do a sequel after that movie. But like I said, I strongly feel like DC fans deserve better. They could have made a better Batman film. They could have made Batman into, if they would have tried hard enough, even though it's a hero movie, if they would have tried hard enough, this could have been a classic film. But they keep knocking Batman back down to a blockbuster. And like I said, the writing in that was just terrible. Terrible. I mean, whoever the writer was, whoever the director was, also in the film, in my opinion, they just need to lose their job. Flat out. Because the lines kind of sucked in that movie, too. It's not the fault of the actors. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. But the writing sucked, and the directing of the movie sucked as well. It's just, I don't know. They could have done a lot better with Batman. So, but there you go. There is my movie reviews for today. I hope you enjoy that. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a good one. Stay safe and go out and enjoy the movies. Bye.